Hey there, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for taking the time to click on this video. So today's reading is a spirit animal guide pick-a-pile. So actually, spirit animal guides are energetic allies that work with us throughout like different phases of our life, and they actually often show up when we're like moving through like growth or healing or awakening or just like transitions. And each animal carries its own like unique type of medicine, and this could be like wisdom, lessons. And they don't appear randomly. Like, it is intentional. Like, they always have some sort of intention behind which particular animal spirit guide is going to step forward to help you. So sometimes an animal spirit will come in to protect you, or sometimes it has something to teach you. Other times it like wants to maybe help you to like reconnect with different parts of yourself that maybe you have overlooked or even forgotten. So this particular pick-a-pile reading, it's like you're going to be choosing which pile or deck that you feel most drawn to. Don't overthink it. Really let your intuition lead you. And you may be drawn to like maybe one of the imageries on the backs of the cards, or like the crystal that's on here. Maybe there's the energy, or you just feel pulled to a certain direction. Now, if you feel like you're being drawn to more than one particular deck, or you feel like you just can't choose, that's perfectly okay, and that's normal. That's normal if you feel that way. That could just mean that there's actually more than one spirit animal that is trying to work with you at this time. Or there could be that it is one particular spirit animal, but it has multiple messages for you. So, like always, take what resonates. There may be like that particular spirit animal that wants to like reach you on different levels. Or maybe you're just lucky enough to be just surrounded by spirit animals and several of them are trying to come through. But yeah, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Trust that that if you're here, it is because there is a message that is meant to find you. There is a spirit animal guide that is working with you and is trying to guide you, to communicate with you. And this is you seeing this reading was the best way that this spirit animal guide could reach you, could communicate with you. So trust in that. So if you would like, I will give you a moment to choose. If you already know which deck you want, you can go ahead and go to it. Or if you are going to watch all three of them, then you can go ahead and start at the first one. But I'm going to be quiet for a moment, ring my singing bell. I'm going to say a prayer. And if you want to spend that time choosing a deck, you can. Or you can just say the prayer with me. Thank you, Divine Source Energy, Divine Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, Archangels, Divine Helpers. Thank you, Animal Spirit Guides. Thank you, any and all benevolent energies of love and light. I call upon you now and invite you here into this sacred space to help me grasp messages and answers that need to be delivered to the viewers of this reading. I thank you for connecting us to the energies and medicines and messages of the animal spirit guides that would like to come through, that are trying to work with the viewers. I thank you for using the decks before me as tools to communicate, to bring clarity, insight, guidance, validation, confirmation, information, answers, wisdom, and or knowledge that comes from love. I thank you for only honest, accurate, trustworthy answers and messages that come only from the divine, that are only of the highest good and to the harm of none, with peace, love, light, and gratitude. So it is. Namaste. Okay. So if you still haven't chosen, I have the Power Animal deck right here. This one is just called the Spirit Animal Oracle, and then this one is the Cosmic Animal Oracle. We have the pink quartz crystal with the animal power, the selenite with the animal spirit guide oracle, and then this blue like gray stone with the cosmic animal oracle. So, and we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3. So set these off to the side. I will be using the same tarot deck on all 3, because just cause. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Pile 1 for those that have chose the Animal Power Oracle deck. Spirit, show me clearly what animal spirit guide is coming forward to work with the viewers that chose this pile. Oh, we have the leech, and it says shift from fear to love. Also, leeches do like latch on to things or people, so you may be holding on too tightly to someone or something. I do want to read the... And also I want to point out too that I forgot to say this, that just because this particular animal is working with you right now doesn't mean that is your only animal guide that's working with you, and it doesn't mean that that particular guide is going to be with you forever. It just means that this particular guide is coming forward at this time to offer you some medicine, some information, some wisdom. So yeah, I feel like some of you may be staying connected to something or someone because of like anxiety. Maybe there's scarcity, or there's some insecurity, or maybe you are just like gripping tightly to a person or situation or belief or a version of the past because maybe it feels like safe or familiar. Even if it's draining, there could be someone that is literally latched onto you, or a situation or something else that is latched onto you that's actually draining you. And so this leech that's coming forward to work with you right now, it's not telling you to like detach coldly, but it's asking you to shift the emotional motive, basically. So like, are you holding on because of love, or because you're afraid of what happens if you let go? Are you afraid of what happens if you let go? I'm going to look at the book real quick and see what it says about leech for those of you that are curious, or you can fast forward if you want. But it says the leech appears to remind you to keep your judgments in check. Oh my gosh, this is interesting too. So yeah, the book says leech appears to remind you to keep your judgments in check. If you keep an open mind and heart, you might be pleasantly or wildly surprised. Leech represents the shift from fear to love. The leech is often misunderstood, but upon closer examination, we see it has complex biological systems and miraculous detoxification abilities that make it a truly remarkable being. Like all creatures, it has a sacred purpose, and that understanding can be transformed into reverence, respect, and love. With Leech in mind, whose story can you get to know better? If someone's behavior has been confusing or off-putting, maybe it's time to have an open-hearted conversation with them to try to better understand their world. Your ability to spiritually alchemize, shift from fear to love, can open your life to people and experiences beyond your wild imagination. But beyond your wildest imagination. So it says the invocation to activate leech medicine. Dear leech, thank you for teaching me to shift from fear to love. Work with me to allow my judgments to soften or completely dissolve. I allow my heart to be more open to unconditional love. So straight away, and I felt myself saying that too, like, oh man, like they got the leech, like they couldn't have got something cool like a polar bear or something. But like but I stopped myself too right as I was thinking those words to myself. So I get it, like you may be like being overly critical or judgmental on something or someone, or even a little closed-minded to certain things in your life. So I feel like maybe Spirit is just trying to gently remind you to keep your judgment in check. Judging the book by the cover for some of you too, or a situation. There could be something that's misunderstood because you could be jumping to conclusions as well. Because you may be like clinging to old beliefs and thinking that something is really bad, like, oh my god, like it, like something doesn't, maybe comes across as not very appealing, but then underneath the surface, leeches actually used to be used in medicine. Like doctors actually used to use them. They do like detoxify the body. And even in certain parts of the world now, like they actually do still use leeches. I'm fairly certain about that. Like, don't quote me on it, but I'm fairly certain that they are still used in certain parts of the world to this day. So fear, this leech is trying to kind of work with you and tell you that fear actually comes from not knowing. So it's like fear is coming from not knowing, not from truth. So it's like having an open heart here is like completely changing how having an open heart can completely change how a situation reveals itself. So having so basically the leech is an alchemist. It is a transformational healer. You may also have been misunderstood as well, felt misunderstood for some of you. Also too, I feel like this leech is about trying to get you to restore some level of balance as well. Someone's behavior may have been confusing you as well. There may be you may be dealing with like some uncertainty about someone else's intentions. I do also feel like this leech is trying to teach you something. It's like trying to shift reactive, like trying to shift reactive fear into conscious love. It's trying to teach you how to have understanding and compassion. It's trying to transform misunderstandings in your life. Maybe being willing to have an open dialogue instead of like retreating or clinging to like a previous belief. You could even be dealing with someone who is doing this to you, who is automatically assuming, making assumptions about you, instead of like having an open and honest conversation, having an open dialogue. Instead, they are like, they retreat from you or are clinging to their own personal beliefs. Sorry, you guys, I had to pause real quick so that I could go get the spread. I was just super excited about starting this reading and didn't make sure that I had the spread on hand. So anyways, let's get going here. And so now we're going to find out like what is the lesson, like why is this particular animal showing up for you? Spirit, show me clearly, why is this particular spirit animal showing up for the viewers? Six of Water, which would be the Six of Cups. Okay, so there is that energy of balance. I immediately am picking up that there's balancing of emotions and healing something here from the past. So I feel like you are being like this leech is asking you to revisit the past. You know, you're being asked to like revisit the past, but with new emotional awareness. What are some fears that things that from your past that you once knew to be true that caused some fear, but you have now shifted or changed your point of view? Like maybe like this would be someone that may have been afraid of gay people, right? And they may have had, criticized or had judgments against gay people, but then, going through a transformation and learning that it's not wrong or bad, and now filled with love towards gay people. Like, I'm using that as an example. That's why this leech is coming in. What is it about you and your thought process or the things that you've learned? This is also like the Six of Cups represents childhood patterns, familiar bonds. This is about, again, past relationships. This is nostalgia, emotional safety. So there may be I feel like this leech is coming forward to guide you forward, because there is these old emotional attachments that are being re-examined. So not only are you being guided to look back at like past fears that were merely misunderstandings, but also about familiar relationships and people that you are still attached to, or there's still some sort of attachment. There's a past attachment that needs to be re-examined. There is maybe even like some past dynamics that are currently influencing that this leech is asking you to revisit, to reevaluate. So the leech doesn't actually appear because the past is bad. It's appearing because there is a fear-based attachment that actually formed here in the past. Maybe as far back as childhood, some sort of belief that was ingrained from maybe a parent. So this parent's belief or their fears, because of their own lack of understanding, may have instilled this fear in you or caused you to form like unhealthy attachments with people or things or situations. You could even be like staying in a connection out of nostalgia, not necessarily because it's aligned. There's some sort of an attachment, staying with something familiar, or even attaching to yourself to people that feel familiar or nostalgic. So for some of you, this leech is coming forward like and now, because maybe you're needing to reevaluate whether or not you're staying in a connection because it's loving, or because it feels safe, and familiar, and you know what to expect. Maybe there are these old stories that are influencing how you interpret someone's behaviors. There's also, I feel like there are people that are still judging you from your past. That's a big reason why this leech is here, because there is a misunderstanding. You are scaring someone because you are healing and growing and changing. And there's this person that does not want to let go, or people that don't want to let go of this past version of yourself. Because I have the world here on the bottom of the deck. You have accomplished something, or like you're leveling up. And there are people that are still holding on to this past version of yourself. There's even, I feel like, this leech that is showing up now because something from your past is relevant or active again now. Like this could be an old relationship, or an old pattern, or even like an old relationship pattern, that something here that formed early in life, or there's an emotional attachment that feels familiar and safe. So I feel like those are the reason. And then also there are people that are afraid of you, or afraid for you, because like maybe times have changed. Maybe this is like older people, that times were different back in their day, or like and so like they're afraid of you because they don't understand you. But you are ready to release something or people that you've outgrown, that you don't need anymore. What is this spirit animal asking the viewers to do? Whoa. 9 of Earth. This is, you are definitely ready to release anything or anyone, any kind of attachments for freedom. The 9 of Earth would be the 9 of Pentacles. You are ready. You are ready to enjoy your own company. You deserve to enjoy your own company. It says, your success has brilliant financial security and the reward of much deserved time off to enjoy your own company. You may suddenly have a brilliant idea for a business or self-employment opportunity that will be very successful. This spirit animal, this leech, is asking you to fully step into self-sufficiency, independence, energetic sovereignty. You don't need to attach or leech to anyone else's ideas or beliefs, and you don't need to worry about what other people think of you. If they're afraid of like your lifestyle or your beliefs, if they don't understand you, it's fine. You don't need anyone else to understand you but you. That's it. Finding your place in the world. You are ready to stand on your own. You don't need to cling to anyone or anything in order to survive. This leech is saying you don't need to attach yourself to anyone to survive. Maybe you felt like you needed to be connected to someone to survive financially. There may have been some sort of codependency. Let go of the fear of being on your own. Maybe you need to start all over again in life for some of you. And it isn't about like isolating yourself or being alone. Of course, that might be the case. Maybe you do need to be alone for a short period of time, or even just making sure to take some time to yourself. But that's not what this is about, per se. This is about like gaining your own self-worth, getting your energy from divine source energy yourself, not needing to get it from anyone else. Love is chosen and it's not needed for your validation. This is about you releasing attachments that are rooted in fear or scarcity. You don't have to worry about, well, what if I leave this relationship and I end up having to pay them money? Or what if I leave this relationship and I'm not able to make it on my own? Or if you're single, what if I'm alone? What if I end up alone? Because there is this 5 of water energy focusing too much on the negatives here. Focus on the fact that Source loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties so that you can move onward and upward with the Empress. Because the Ace, you're going to be provided for and taken care of. There's nothing for you to worry about. Source, God, the universe is going to provide for you. Let the universe be your sugar daddy. Male or female, it don't matter. You will be abundant. You will be provided for and taken care of and have your needs met. This is the shift from fear and love in action. Because God is love. The universe is love. And I'm not talking about like the God in the Bible, and I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm saying God is everything, is in everything, and is everything. We gave God a name. But God is nameless. It is you. It is me. It is the trees. It is the air we breathe. It is everything. And it is love. And we are always provided for and taken care of. And you will be provided for and taken care of. You will have your needs met. Trust that. Focus on the good. This spirit animal is asking you to choose freedom, is telling you that you are ready to release attachments that limit you. Whether that's a person, a dynamic, an old belief, someone else's opinion, other people's opinion or validation. You don't need any of that. Maybe there's an old belief that you need someone else to feel secure, or you need a relationship. This is about you reclaiming your independence and honoring your self-worth. And the fact that the 9 of Earth, the 9 of Pentacles would come out with what the leech is trying to teach you is absolutely not a coincidence. Because leeches have to attach to something, to someone, a living thing, to suck the blood, the life force, in order to survive. And so the leech is trying to tell you, you don't need to do that. You can survive on your own. Animal spirit guide, leech. What will the outcome be if the viewer listens? King of Water and the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. The King of Water would be the King of Cups, which the card says a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. This is the love that we were talking about, opening yourself up to love, feeling the love, the compassion. The Wheel of Fortune represents a shift. And it even says on the card, expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. And this is like, this is you stepping fully into a place of compassion and love and just being connected to divine source energy to receive everything that you need. Those of you that listen are shifting from fear, a place of fear, into a place of love. Like, that's literally what the cards say. And nobody can tell me any different that we aren't sitting here talking to a leech. We are sitting here right now talking to a leech that's trying to talk to you. That's trying to say, look, shift from fear to love. Let go of it. Any kind of, just because you don't understand it yet, just because you don't have all the answers yet, just because you don't know it all just yet. The outcome is going to be emotional maturity. It's going to be safety, even a heartfelt connection with someone else that is just as equally mature and loving as you are. This could be a romantic partner. This could be like a deep friendship. This could be even a mentor or a guide of, like a physical guide here in the physical 3D. This is even, you are even becoming this energy yourself, becoming a guide for others. Like, this is you breaking old cycles. This is emotional patterns that are changing. This is a new chapter that's beginning. You've learned the lessons that you needed to learn. That the leech brought people in to leech from you, to take from you, so that you could learn how to be your own sovereign being. So it's like, once you shift your thinking, then you can expect sudden positive changes. If you listen to this spirit animal and shift from fear to love, then the outcome is going to be emotional fulfillment. A trustworthy, compassionate person or relationship that enters your life. Or even you step into this energy yourself. This is a positive, powerful shift. Things begin moving forward, is what this leech is saying. And there is progress that will happen faster than you think. Things unfolding faster than you think. Balance, healing. A shift in your point of view, the way you think. Okay. So thank you for pile 1. I greatly appreciate you so very much. And if this is where I leave you, if you watch the whole thing, please give your girl a like if you got anything out of this. And if you are interested in your own personal private reading, please feel free to reach out to me. If you want to know anything about your guides, maybe your animal spirit guides, if you want to know your specific, like something, a guide that is personal just for you, please feel free to reach out to me. We can do animal spirit guides, cosmic ancestors, past lives, any questions that you may have, spirituality, spiritual journey, what's next for you on your spiritual path, what do you need to prepare for, things like that. So please feel free to reach out to me. Your girl's always got you. And I also, starting between February 7th and February 14th, I have got Valentine's Day specials going on for singles and those that are in a relationship. Please feel free to reach out to me to ask me about those as well. And my info is always in the description box below. I will see you in the next one if you are hanging around. And the divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to pile 2 for those of you who have felt drawn to choose this deck. Thank you, Divine Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, Angels, Archangels, Divine Helpers, and Animal Spirit Guides. Thank you, Animal Spirit Guides, for using this deck as a tool to communicate with the viewers who choose this deck. Show me clearly which Animal Spirit Guide is choosing to step forward at this time to connect with the viewers who will choose this pile. You guys got the Elephant Spirit, and it says learn from the past. Excuse me, which is so interesting because pile 1 did get the 6 of Cups in their reading, which does speak about the past. So some of you may have decided to choose all 3 piles, or maybe you've chosen pile 1 or 2, or if you just decided to choose this pile, you may be guided to go back and look at pile 1 because there may be a message in there as well. But it is also card number 25, which in numerology would reduce to a 7, and 7 is a very mystical number. So, excuse me, let me get some coffee real quick. I'm so sorry. So, right now, the elephant is stepping forward to work with you and to give you its medicine of being able to like look back at the past and learn from the number. You're being given right now, those of you who choose this particular pile, you are being given spiritual wisdom. It's like your past actually holds wisdom, not wounds. And that's what the elephant is stepping forward to give you right now. Like, you have already lived through enough to know better now. So it's like you've learned, you've grown past those experiences, you're growing past fear, and you already know. You know better now. It's like you know better, you do better, like that type of energy. There are lessons that you've mastered that are meant to guide you in your next steps on your spiritual journey. This is, you guys are deeply deep. You're just deep. You're very deep spiritual people who have, like, you're very complex. You can see many different points of view. You see the bigger picture, something that I'm getting as well. This is about integration, not necessarily like nostalgia. You have a lot of ancient wisdom, and many of you may be like getting like you may either have like a very strong memory, or you're going to start to have like memories of the past popping back up to, and it's coming back up in order to guide you on your next steps. There's a lot, you have a very strong emotional intelligence, and this elephant is trying to lend you its medicine of emotional intelligence. There's this quiet strength that this elephant is trying to guide you with. Oh my gosh, excuse me. You're stepping into a very like you're stepping into maturity or leadership. Like you're stepping into or being guided to step into a leadership role, and to let go of any kind of self-doubt or limitations from the past. But also I'm getting like some strength card energy. So you're being guided to increase like your self-esteem, to gaining self-esteem, compassion, being compassionate with yourself. You're being asked to trust your lived experiences, the pain and the trials and the tribulations that you've gone through in the past. Trust everything that you've gone through and experienced. This is also too, you're being guided. The elephant is showing up now because you're not meant to rush right now. The elephant doesn't rush. It moves forward knowing where it's been, and moving with purpose, not rushing for anyone, not yourself, not anyone else. This is you're also like spiritually maturing now, and you don't need to like repeat a lesson anymore. You don't need to repeat those old lessons anymore. Also, number 7 is the seeker. So many of you are seekers. You're spiritual seekers. You're mystics. You may be a spiritual student right now. There's this phase, this that you're going through right now. It is a reflective, a spiritual phase that you're going through. And I do feel like you are being guided right now to trust your intuition and your inner truth. You may actually even see the elephant show up for you. And this is, you're going to be receiving guidance through your past memories, your dreams, and quiet realizations. So it's not necessarily like you're being pulled back into the past, but there may be some memories that come up for you that is going to be a way of giving you guidance now, because you're having these realizations, or you will be having these realizations. So this elephant spirit actually is coming forward with this message of learning from the past. This isn't about going backwards. It is about recognizing how much wisdom that you've already gained through your lived experiences. And so this elephant is a guide of this ancient knowledge as well. This is emotional intelligence. This is spiritual maturity. And so you're being asked to really honor where you've been, what you've been through, and trust what you've learned, and move forward without having to repeat those old lessons. What? So, if you felt drawn to more than one pile, there's definitely, there's probably a layered message with this pile and pile 1. Okay, so let's see. Let's ask the elephant, why is it working? Or sorry, why is it showing up for you? Spirit, for the viewers that choose pile 1, sorry, not pile 1. So that might be even another, you might want to go back and look at pile 1. Because I did not mean to say pile 1. That was an accident. I meant to say pile 2. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. So, Spirit, show me clearly, for those that chose pile 2, why is the elephant showing up for them? You got the Hanged Man, which is perfect for this. This particular card, the Hanged Man is actually labeled the Awakening. And the card says, look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. And we got the Chariot on the bottom of the deck, which is about gaining control over your emotions. And again, I'm getting this energy of not trying to force or rush anything right now. But the awakening here again is learning from the past. It is taking a moment to gain a sense of perspective, looking at where you've been and understanding that it is, it was not all for nothing. It was not all for nothing. So like this is a period of pause with purpose that you're currently going through, that this elephant is coming forward to say. It's like you're being asked to actually literally see things differently. Some sort of pause that you may be going through. Maybe there's a delay. Something is being delayed. You're being asked to not try to force or rush anything, but to allow the pause to happen, to let go, to surrender to the flow. This is your understanding comes from surrender and not forcing anything. So this actually aligns perfectly with the elephant, because the elephant is slow, is deliberate, is intentional. This is about being deeply aware of timing. So stop pushing, and start observing. This is, right now, patience is your superpower. So the elephant is trying to lend you its patience. And waiting, being in a pause, does not automatically equal stagnation. At least not right now, because clarity right now is going to come when you stop trying to control the outcome or trying to force anything to happen. That's where the clarity comes in. The elephant doesn't forget, but it also isn't in any kind of hurry. So there's this pause that you're going through right now that's activating a shift in your perception, and that shift in your perception is bringing you wisdom. This pause is bringing you wisdom. Not just knowledge, but wisdom, making you wise. The things that you've gone through in your life, the trials, the tribulations, you have come up against obstacles that have made you wise. The past, learn from it, gain wisdom. You're gaining wisdom from the trials and the tribulations in your past, and you may still be feeling a bit battle weary from the challenges and the obstacles, but you had to go through them so that you could learn and gain this wisdom. You are a very old soul, is what I feel like. Your soul actually is extremely wise. You probably give like the best advice. Maybe you don't always follow it, but I feel like you are the type of person that has always got some really good advice for friends, family members. Just, it might be difficult though, because you just have to kind of like let go, like give the advice and let go, and not try to like push it on anybody too. But progress. So if you are in a pause, I do want to say that the elephant is saying that progress will resume once alignment happens. Like, so momentum is coming. Things are going to start to pick back up for you. Just don't try to force. Don't try to push outcomes prematurely. So yeah, the elephant spirit, your this elephant spirit guide that's guiding you right now, it's here because you're in a pause that has been meant to awaken you, to really look back at everything that you've gone through, so that you could become the seeker, so that you could be this this spiritual seeker, this wisdom keeper. You're being asked right now, the elephant is asking you to like look at things differently and trust that this temporary standstill that you may be going through, and understanding that momentum is going, oh no, I done shuffled the deck, but momentum is going to pick back up. 5 of water is showing up right now, and I literally saw this in the pile 1 as well, and it says, focus on the fact that source loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties, so that you can move onward and upward, which is literally fits right in with this message. This is about, you know, shifting your perspective to focus on positives, having a positive outlook. You know, maybe you might come up against like some sort of obstacle or challenge, and instead of trying to force it, take time to pause and sit with it and focusing on the positives. And that way you can, so that you can move onward and upward, which would be the Chariot. Okay. Let's go ahead and, why is this guide coming in now? Why is this? The Queen of Fire, which I do want to point out that the Queen of Fire, which would also be the Queen of Wands, is also, of course, fire energy. And the Strength card in the Major Arcana is Leo. And I told you guys that this Elephant Oracle card here reminded me of the Leo card. Sorry, not the Leo card, but the Strength card, which would be Leo. So a lot of fire and determination showing up. Also, I just remembered something. The Chariot was on the bottom of the deck a moment ago with this awakening. The Chariot is card number 7, and the Elephant is card number 25, which would reduce to a 7. So you got double 7s. And then anyway, so we've got the Queen of Fire coming out for why the Elephant Spirit Guide is showing up for you, with the 5 of water on the bottom of the deck. This is about you no longer underestimating yourself. That yes, you've been through these trials and tribulations, but this is you having this confidence in yourself, seeing your own self in a different light, looking at your own self-worth. And it says, don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. You can do it. It's like your confidence, I feel like, is being reawakened. You may have been in a little bit of a rut, thinking that, the worst about yourself, or like, maybe dealing with like anxieties, or feeling, maybe you've been having battles in relationships. Maybe your relationship or your love life has hit a bit of a rough spot or a rough patch. But it's like the elephant wants you to remember what a badass you really are. I know that sounds like whatever, but that's what I'm getting, like, to remember who you are. This is you, even already, like, remembering who you are. And this awakening doesn't happen in the mind, it happens in the heart space. So it is an emotional heart remembering, heart awakening. So your heart remembering who you are after going through all these trials and tribulations. This isn't about ego. It is earned self-worth. Looking at the positives, learning from your past, seeing what a badass you are for going through everything that you've gone through. The Queen of Fire, this is courage, this is charisma, this is self-belief, this is that creative life force energy. So again, you didn't go through everything you went through just to stay small. You haven't gone through the fire just to stay a little flame. You're meant to be this roaring fire. I know that sounds corny or whatever, but that's literally what I'm getting, you guys. This spirit guide, this elephant spirit guide, is emphasizing like your inner strength over force. Having that quiet confidence that is rooted in your past experiences, is rooted in wisdom. This power that is calm and not reactive. And so maybe this Queen of Fire energy is needed right now because there may be like some past disappointments, some emotional loss, moments where maybe you have really doubted yourself, doubted your gifts, your abilities. There's maybe has been like some low self-esteem, pointing out or overly focusing on negative flaws or things that you see or view as flaws, and no longer allowing your past to run the show, no longer allowing that past voice, those past disappointments, angers, letdowns, no longer allowing that to define who you are, no longer letting past mistakes define who you are, feeling like a failure because you're not. No longer defining yourself by what didn't work. Confidence is being rebuilt. You've carried the weight long enough, and now you lead. So this elephant here is showing up because you're stepping into your confidence after maybe a period of loss or self-doubt. And yes, you have been through these trials and tribulations, but this is about seeing yourself differently now, recognizing your strength, recognizing your worth and your resilience. You're no longer defined by past disappointments. This is you rising from it, rising from the ashes. What is the outcome if they listen to this elephant spirit guide? What is the outcome if they learn from the past? Eight of Earth. This is, and then you've got the release card on the bottom of the deck, which would be the Death card. And it's, the Death card is the peacock, and it says, it's time to release the past and move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. And then the card that came out for you guys is the Eight of Earth, which would be the Eight of Pentacles. And the card says, it's the perfect time to learn all you can by returning to school, taking a seminar, or conducting research. Do your best work, and the law of attraction will bring you prosperity and career advancement. So as you learn from the past, you will be able to release it and move on and on to something new, learning something new. Working on yourself, rebuilding, investing in yourself. This is growth. So learning from the past will bring growth, skill mastery, meaningful progress. Growth comes through dedication and consistency. Having a deeper level of mastery, wisdom over your spiritual gifts, mastering your spiritual gifts, psychic abilities, talents. No longer needing to repeat lessons. This is you building upon those learnt lessons. You learning a new craft or refining an existing skill, deepening your spiritual studies, or even like deepening and learning, like, you know, a new craft that maybe isn't necessarily spiritual. Maybe you do decide to go back to school, or you taking some sort of course for some of you. Or this could be like some sort of self-taught craft or skill that you may have. This is an old version of you being shed, letting go of an old version of yourself. Letting go of the version of yourself that that maybe had losses, the version of yourself that was stuck in that Five of Cups energy. This, as you learn from the past, the outcome is an upgrade. It's a level up. So if you listen to this elephant spirit and truly learn from the past, the outcome is going to be focused growth and mastery. Mastering yourself. This is about you investing in learning, maybe, you know, traditional studies or spiritual learning, but this is also a time of like refining your skills, committing to something, because you're the Queen of Wands, male or female. This is you not underestimating yourself and not letting anyone else underestimate you too, because you've learned those lessons. This is you growing and evolving. and working at making your dreams come true. But this requires you to release the past, let go, and step into something that is more aligned, stepping towards a happier, more aligned future. Okay, if this is where I leave you guys, then I will bid you adieu. If you are looking to book your own personal private reading with me, if you would like to find out about your personal spirit guide, animal guide, that that's not on like a collective level, or like your own spirit guides, your divine helpers, if you want to find out like what's next for you on your spiritual journey or in your career or in your love life, or any other questions you may have, please feel free to reach out to me and book a reading with me. You guys, my private prices will be going up soon, just because like everything else, like prices are going up. So I remember back in the day, way back in the day, the 1 hour readings used to be $25, but that was a long time ago. So but you want to hit me up before the prices go up, then I would definitely do that. Also, I will be running private video upload specials for Valentine's Day, February 7th through the 14th. So please feel free to reach out to me and ask me to send you some information about my Valentine's Day specials. And otherwise, I will see you in the third and final pile, or I'll see you in the next video. And the divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste. All right, let's move on to pile 3 for those of you who chose the Cosmic Animal Oracle. So those of you who felt drawn to this particular deck, let's see what spirit animal guide is stepping forward to work with you at this time. All right. Spirit angels, guides, divine helpers, and spirit animal guides or cosmic animal spirit guides. For those that chose this particular pile, which spirit animal is stepping forward at this time? Show me clearly. Which particular animal spirit guide is stepping forward at this time? For those that will choose this particular pile, show me clearly. You guys got the Ram, and the words on this card here says power, action, strength, overcoming obstacles, fertility, and sacred masculine. Interesting, because I feel like all 3 of the piles are like different levels. Not saying that there is anyone that is higher or better than anyone else, but it just feels like different levels of like a deeper like the same message, but like different levels to that message, if that makes any particular sense. And well, the last pile was about wisdom, gaining wisdom, and with the Ram, it does go with that strength that the second pile had from the elephant, but this is like taking action. Oh my goodness, excuse me. So some of you may also be a little hard-headed or stubborn, or you could be dealing with like some hard-headed, stubborn people that I feel like the Ram is helping you with, is something that I'm immediately picking up on. There may be like somebody that maybe you're butting heads with, that that the Ram is, you know, teaching you about like conflict with others. Um, yeah, some sort of like butting heads, angry, that type of thing, some stubbornness that I'm picking up on. Um, I do want you to know that the ram is coming forward to let you know that you are done hesitating. It's like you're done with the like spiritual like preparation mode. Um, and so it's like you've already gathered like the wisdom and the insight, and now this pile, you are ready to take action on that insight and wisdom that you have gained. This guide is a guide of like courage and determination and leadership and of course action, but this is like decisive action. You know, like you already have the plan, and now it's time to like take action on that plan, or like you're going to be seeing a plan come into fruition. Excuse me. Also, too, I do feel like this is about taking the initiative, and there is a lot of protection around you. The ram is telling you to stop waiting for permission and not to doubt whether or not you're ready to take action at this time. Like you've definitely done a lot of inner work for whoever you are that is in this particular pile, and so this medicine, so it's like now this medicine is about taking bold steps and making those confident moves and trusting in your strength in motion. You know what I'm saying? So this is the momentum from the clarity, gaining the clarity, and now here's the momentum, which is you taking action. Again, this sacred masculine is not about gender. It's about energy. It's about action. It's structure. It's direction. It's protection. It's initiative. It's not gender whatsoever. So this is for you, this could be like standing up for yourself, making decisions that maybe you've been postponing. This is being in a leadership role in your life, taking a leadership role in your life, being in charge, being in charge of your own life and the direction that your life is headed. This is, oh my gosh, aligned action. This is not reckless force. This is aligned action, taking aligned action. And this obstacle that this card speaks of, it isn't an obstacle that's here to stop you. It's here to activate the strength within you. That's what the ram is saying. This pile is for those of you who have been preparing, like you have been healing, you have been learning, and now you're being asked to act on it. So, yeah. So yeah, I do feel like the ram spirit is coming forward here with this message of power, of action, of decisiveness. Like this guide it appears when you're ready to move. Like when the wisdom and the healing are no longer enough on their own and you're ready to take action. You're ready to walk the talk, you know? You've gained the insight, and now it's time to fully embody that, fully embody the insight, fully embody the wisdom. And so ram energy is also about courage. It's about that sacred masculine strength, you know, and overcoming obstacles through action, actually through decisive action. No hesitating. Okay. So let's take a look and see why is this ram spirit stepping forward? Why is this ram spirit stepping forward? The Three of Wands, like you can't even make it up, I swear to God. And the card on the Three of Wands says, stop to take time to review and make long-term plans, capitalizing upon your past success. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all of your accomplishments, but you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. I feel like this is you now. Like you've done the preparation, like you've done the planning, and you have this is making a decision, because what comes before the Three of Wands is the Two of Wands, which is like having a choice, a decision. Should I, shouldn't I, will I, won't I? And the Three of Wands is waiting for that decision, or waiting for the outcome of that decision. So I feel like this decision has already been made internally. Like the groundwork has already been laid. Like the preparation is complete. That's why the ram is coming in. And also this ram is very much like some fire energy. I'm getting like some emperor type of energy. So it's like a man with a plan. Male or female, it doesn't matter. Like that's literally what I heard in my head though. So I can't help it. So it's like, you're no longer wondering if anymore, like you're waiting for it to unfold. Maybe you've already been envisioning the future with something, or like you've already invested time, effort, and energy, you've already invested your intention as well. So now comes that phase of aligned action and patience. It's like doubt is no longer the issue. Fear isn't the block. It's timing and follow through that are the actual focus. Timing and follow through are actually the focus. So the ram spirit is actually stepping forward because you're beyond the planning stage. Like you've already made that choice, that unconscious choice, maybe even the conscious choice. You've already laid the foundation and committed to a direction. So this is a phase here where patience and confidence is working together. And the ram energy is encouraging you to keep moving forward without second guessing yourself, and to be proud of how far you've already come, to acknowledge your accomplishments that you've already had. You've done the work. You've claimed your vision, and you're ready to act without backing out. And so the ram is saying, like, stand in your decision. Don't go back on the decisions that you've already made. The path is opening up. It's like too late to go back now. What is the ram spirit asking them to do next, spirit? What is the ram spirit asking them to do? Ace of Earth, and which would be the Ace of Pentacles. And it says, you can expect a windfall of abundance, such as, hold on just a second. So sorry about that, you guys. I had to pause for a second because my daughter was calling, so I needed to answer her call. But the Ace of Earth came out, which would actually be the Ace of Pentacles. And it says, you can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job, promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. So this ram is asking you to actually make a decision regarding a financial opportunity or some sort of tangible opportunity. So it's saying the ram is saying to say yes to new beginnings that are being offered, because this is something that you've been waiting for. Take advantage, take decisive action towards financial opportunities that are around, something that you've been waiting for that is definitely a part of long-term plans or vision that you have for yourself, something that can grow long-term. This isn't a one-day energy. It's not like one day this is going to happen or one day that'll happen for me. It's like the ram is saying to take decisive action now. You have planned for this. You have waited for this. You are worthy of this. This is about you. Take time to review and make plans. You have been making plans to capitalize upon past successes. It's time to, it's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all of your accomplishments, but you may need patience for the next phase to play out. So go ahead and take advantage now. Take action now. Doors are already opened. There's already an opportunity for this abundance, for this money, for a new job, a promotion. This put your energy where the opportunity is. Put your energy where the opportunity is. So this can show up as like a job offer, a promotion, a new business idea, a venture, financial assistance. This could be some sort of unexpected support. This is maybe even a meeting that changes your career path. This is definitely being in the traditional divine masculine role, whether you're male or female. It's not about genders, it's about the energy, being in that masculine energy of going forward and taking decisive actions towards these amazing opportunities that are around you. That's what this ram is helping you, is asking you, is telling you, is saying that that there is a fertile starting point. There is a solid foundation. There is a promise of growth through commitment and following through on these plans that you have, this vision that you have for yourself. Follow through on this vision, something here that you've been manifesting, that you've been actually visualizing for yourself. Because the ram does not wait to feel ready. Like, it moves, and then that readiness follows. There's something here, there's something tangible that can grow long-term abundance if you commit yourself fully to it. That's what the ram is saying. So the ram animal spirit is working with you to let you know, to remind you that there's opportunities that are around you, but they're not going to wait forever. And it's trying to push you towards taking advantage of the opportunities or an opportunity that's around you. So let's look and see what's the outcome if you listen to this ram spirit. What's the outcome, spirit, for the viewers if they listen? The Page of Fire, which would be the Page of Wands. And the card says, celebrate opportunities that you feel passionate about. Sorry, I didn't mean to say celebrate, but the fact that I saw celebrate is not a coincidence. It's actually creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas, which completely links back and goes back to the Three of Wands. Also, too, the Three of Wands is an energy of independence and spreading your wings so that you can fly. So there is an opportunity here for you to spread your wings and fly by taking decisive action. Like you are an adult. Like you are an adult and you are ready to spread your wings and fly. No matter how old you are, there is an opportunity here of independence. Financially and mentally, emotionally. So if you listen to the ram spirit and you take action, the outcome is renewed passion. It's creative momentum. It's exciting new opportunities that are on the horizon. It is personal financial growth. There's also some change and transformation here. Look at the butterfly. Look at the crown. So, oh, spread your wings and fly. This is personal growth that accelerates your curiosity. Look, the kitty is curious. So the Three of Wands, this is your vision, your decision, and waiting. And then the Ace of Pentacles, this is the opportunity that arrives, and here's you stepping into this opportunity with excitement, with confidence. So basically, Spirit is saying this outcome is not just about that opportunity. It's joy. It's creativity. It's feeling inspired again. It's like, and then you're going to start to see money coming in. You're going to start to see this assistance. You're going to start to get glimpses of this opportunity, and you're going to start to feel excited. And it's like the more the money comes in, the more exciting you're going to feel. Something is going to feel aligned, exciting, and expansive. It's like this doesn't feel like just another obligation. This is actually something that you care about, that you've been waiting for, that you've been envisioning for yourself, for your future, maybe for your family. This is starting something new. This is the Ram Spirit is telling you to say yes before fear talks you out of it. Don't wait around over analyzing the opportunity. Just say yes. This is also too like you're ready. You know, and maybe you feel like, oh, I need to learn a little bit more. I need more information. You don't need any more information. You don't need to know everything, and you don't need to have all the answers. You just need to act. You can learn by doing. So listening to this ram spirit is going to fill you, and it's going to bring exciting creative opportunities where you're going to feel just excited. I don't even know how any other way to put it. Is like there's new ideas that there's this brainstorming. There's new ideas that just begin to flow, and your confidence will build, and you'll be able to actually see the horizons expand before you. And again, like I said, this ties directly into that Three of Wands. Like what you envisioned is now ready to be explored. This is taking action on that vision. This is about movement, enthusiasm, and saying yes to something here that does light you up. There's an opportunity that is in alignment with what you've envisioned for yourself. You guys, I'm going to leave that there for pile 3. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, my info is always in the description box below. You can do a reading on an animal spirit guide that wants to show up for you personally, or your just your spirit guides, your spirit team. You know, what's next for you on your spiritual journey, or in your career, or in your love life. Maybe you want to look at past lives, or you want to do some shadow work healing. But if you're interested in a reading on anything, please feel free to reach out to me. My info is always in the description box below. I do have many different love reading specials that I'm offering right now. Not right now, but starting February 7th through the 14th. But if you want to get information about the specials and the prices and everything, please feel free to reach out to me. I can get those to you, and then those prices will be made available starting February 7th through the 14th. But this is what I have for you, beautiful souls. Thank you so very much for taking the time to watch any of the messages here. And the divine in me bows to and honors the divine in you. Namaste.